It is the hottest day, and I am in a flannel and leggings that I would show, but I don't want to stretch my leg up and ruin this really, really great setup because it's literally just sitting on my desk. But hey guys, it's me, it's takadashua, it's Liz. I am not gonna be looking at the camera enough. I'm gonna be looking at myself because I am narcissistic and egotistical and I look at myself way too often. But yeah, okay, hi. I know I am off center. That is because I have a stool next to me right over here that has like posters all on it, and if I move it, or if I move even like 1 inch closer, like I'm just gonna hit them and ruin them, and y'all know that we can't mess up our posters, especially I can't even grab them off because they're all stuck to each other. They're 17 posters and they fell down while I was off at college, so I have to put them back up behind me because this wall is blank. We have a Unit Black poster right here that I'm probably gonna take down anyway because Unit Black is no longer a thing, because Boys 24 is no longer a thing, because Into It is now a thing, and I'm really sad to say, but I'm not actually into them. I really thought I would be, and I was like, oh, let's hype Inho, and then it's like, actually. Anyway, okay, this is not even an introduction, what's happening. Hi, it's me, Liz. You might have seen me from my first video, and wow, this time I'm not using the computer voice. Why is that? Well, oh, by the way, my finger here is like red because of the lip tint I was using. I'm not gonna make myself look pretty. There's no way that I'm gonna look good in this video. Oh my god. Also, it's really hot, so if you ever see me fanning myself, it's just because I'm sweating and there's no AC in my room. Also, this is actually Jerome. You can partially see him this time. I just have to move him at some point and put him somewhere better. I'm rearranging my room a little bit and cleaning up, and it's really crazy. I don't even know what this video is gonna be now. Oh my god. Anyway, I just wanted to do like a little like introduction video of like who I am. I gotta stop. Why I'm into K-pop, like what got me into K-pop, and like all that. Yeah, so I just thought I'd like give a little introduction so you kind of know a little bit about me before I do more stuff with my videos. I really hope that I can try to be funny with my normal voice. My voice is really yucky, so if you don't like it, then don't watch my videos. This is completely irrelevant. I've not even talked about one, like, instance of K-pop. Okay, let's go. Hi, I'm Liz. I already said that in the first video, but if you didn't know, this is me, this is my voice, this is like who I am, like this is me for real. I am 21 years old, a 1996 baby. I turned 22 this year in September. I just graduated college. I studied music industry and it was really cool. And through studying music industry, it actually helped me realize what I want to do for a job. I realized what I wanted to do after one of my friends got me into K-pop, which I want to be a manager for a K-pop group, or just do something with a management or organization with a K-pop entertainment company. I got into K-pop October 2016. Fun little story for you guys. So when I was in high school, which I was in high school from what, August 2010 to like June 2014 or something, right? Back then, I remember being in my Japanese class because I took Japanese in high school. I had friends that were actually kind of into K-pop, and I remember they were talking about like EXO and everything, and I literally remember EXO. That's the only group I really remember them talking about, I think. I can't remember if I ever heard about BTS back when it was like 2013 or something. Anyway, no big deal. So I heard them talk about like EXO and stuff like that, and they were like, oh my god, these Korean boys. And I was like, I'm never gonna get into K-pop. Like, K-pop is like so weird and I like never want to get into it. So I was that person. I remember they were like, oh no, Liz, like you would love it. Like you would love K-pop. And I was like, ha, yeah, right, bitch. Like that's never happening. Yeah, that was me back in high school, being really closed off to the rest of the world. I was into Japanese culture solely because my brother was into it, and like anything that your older siblings are into is usually cool, right? Like it's like they influence you. So I was like into Japanese culture and even anime for a little bit in middle school and even partially high school. It was never crazy for me, like I never got like super crazy into that stuff, but I got into it enough where it kind of like influenced me, and then I took Japanese, but never got into like any other culture besides that. Like if anything, I was like super into all the British YouTubers and everything for a while. I remember one of them tweeted me when I was like a senior in high school, and I literally started crying on my math homework, and there were like tear droplets like on my math homework. That's not what this video is about. Anyway, so I was into that. Fast forward to college, I had obviously forgotten about it. Like the only time I ever heard about it was from these people. So I kind of like stopped thinking about it. And then my junior year of college, I believe, so my friend that I met in college was getting into K-pop, and she was getting into it because a couple friends that were into K-pop were like showing her a couple groups and everything, and she was like, oh my god, Liz, like I love K-pop. It had been maybe like a week or two of her being into K-pop, and she would just text me about it, and I was like, that's great, but don't drag me into your dark hole, like I never want to be a part of that. And she was like, oh no, Liz, like you would love it. Also, I'm so sorry, I just keep like fanning myself because it's that hot. She was like, oh my god, no, Liz, like, you would love it, like, you should get into it. And I was like, no, never, like, that is not gonna happen. Like, you are not getting me into this dark hole called K-pop, because once you go in, you never get out. And I was like, there's no way in hell, like, don't touch me. Maybe like a week passes or something, and I was taking Japanese again in college because I wanted to start relearning it, and I also figured that it would be like some credits that would just get me through college, and I'm so sorry, Jerome, that would get me through college and help me graduate and everything. And I was like, it'll be an easy A, what the heck, why not? By the way, I kind of almost failed Japanese in high school, and I quit my senior year, but I still did 4 years because I skipped a year over my freshman to sophomore year in the summer and did Japanese, but that's what messed me up, so that's why I'm not that great at Japanese, actually. So in this college Japanese class, we had to do presentations about some form of culture in Japan. And I wanted to do like popular music in Japan. I wanted to talk about J-pop, J-rock, that kind of stuff. So I started looking up like all the charts, seeing like what songs were like on the highest charts right now in Japan. And I was looking through them and listening to a couple just because I was curious. And Jerome, I'm sorry again, oh my god. I looked through the charts, and there was this one song called Prepare Yourselves, Blood, Sweat, and Tears. And I was like, oh, okay, let's like take a listen. And I listened to it, and I was like, wait, this is like actually a really cool song. Like, oh my gosh, like I'm gonna have to remember to download this later. And of course I went through looking through the rest, was finishing up my project, and I found Pen, Pineapple, Apple Pen, which that video is still like really weird and crazy if you've never listened to it. So watch it, it's insane. So I found that, and I was like, oh my god, like, friend. Did I already say her name? Did I say her name? I don't know. I know that she would give me permission to like put her name in here. Also, Kim Taehyun. Okay. Anyway, she would give me permission to put her name in here. So Jess, hey Jess. So I sent her a message, and I was like, oh my god, Jess, like you have to like listen to this really crazy song. It's called PPAP, like just listen to it, it's insane, oh my god. And she was like, only if you listen to this one K-pop song. And I was like, you know what, fine, I'll do it for you because I really like you, like you're a really great friend of mine, sure, why not. So I pull up the video and I start watching it, and I'm like, wow, this is like really cool. And I was like, oh my god, this like one member is like actually kind of really pretty. By the way, that member was Jin. So yeah, Worldwide Handsome is totally a thing because that's what got me into K-pop. So Kim Seok-jin is literally the reason I got into K-pop, I'm pretty sure. God bless him, by the way. How are you? Jin, how are you? We love you. So I watched the video, and I'm like, oh, the pink hair one, like he's kind of cute, like, oh, okay. And then I get further in, and I'm like, wait a minute, why does this sound familiar? And I get to the chorus, and I'm like, oh my god, I've already heard this. And I started screaming. I had to pause the video. I was screaming. I messaged Jess, and I was like, Jessica, literally, like, I already listened to this song. I was gonna download it. Like, you just reminded me to. But, like, oh my god, like, I'm K-pop trash already. Like, I hate myself. And she was like, ha! And literally just, I swear to god, she was never gonna let it go. Like, ever. But Jess, thank you, as always. She was like, oh yeah, this is BTS. And I was like, oh, okay, oh lordy, oh boy, here we go. And I remember looking at Jin, and Jin was originally my bias in BTS, if you didn't know that. So he was originally my bias, and I was like, oh, Kim Seokjin, like, oh yes, you're so pretty with your pink hair. But my eye was also out for Kim Taehyung, for this baby boy with his blonde hair. Like, his blonde hair is probably the reason I got into him too. But of course he looks good with anything now. But anyway, so that was me getting into K-pop. I was really into BTS solely for like a few months. Like, I didn't want to get into any other groups. Well, Jess and her friends were trying to show me GOT7, and at first I didn't really want to get into them because I'm like, listen, this is going to take some time. I still don't know all the BTS members. Like, let me like handle one group at a time, please. Just like one group at a time. My finger is driving me insane. It hits December, and I think it was either just before or just after Christmas. Maybe it was just before. I was FaceTiming Jess. We were just talking, then all of a sudden they're like, oh my god, like Pentagon is gonna go live. And I was like, who the heck is Pentagon? Like, oh my god, I can't handle this. Stop. I still barely know BTS, and I barely even know what a GOT7 is. They played that, and I was like, oh my god, like, I actually love Pentagon now. And like, we watched them on After School Club, and they showed me a few music videos, and I was like, oh my god, I love Pentagon. And then Hongseok was my bias in that group at the time. I was already like making a couple friends through K-pop. I was like getting into a couple new groups. Then I went to study abroad in London, and that's when I started getting into a lot of groups. So that's when I got into 17. 17 is my alt bias group, if you didn't know. I was getting into Monsta X then a little bit, although Monsta X was slightly more towards the summer, but I was still getting into them. I got into EXO then. I still like EXO, but I'm not into them as much as I probably could be. I'm not really sure if that makes sense. I don't think my friends told me about NCT until like over the summer, but then like they were like slightly growing on me. Like, I really liked their music, but then I was the one that kind of got myself into NCT more. I got into Monsta X a little more over the summer. Yeah, I don't know, it was crazy. I was like crazy into 17 though on my study abroad. Oh my gosh, like insane. At first my bias was Minghao, but now my bias is Joshua, which you probably saw in the last video. My bias wrecker is Scoopies, but also Mingyu, but like we don't like to say that it's Mingyu because that makes it official, and Mingyu's kind of like he pushes my buttons, honestly. Like, that kid needs to stop. Oh my god, when I found out that even Jungkook was younger than me, I was like, what? Like, I don't know why, it just blew my mind. Finding out that there were like actual like babies in K-pop, like actual tiny, like just born like children, I was like, oh my god. So I was getting into groups like that. I got into SF9 because they did a show in Boston, and I went to go see them in Boston. If you were at that show, hit a girl up because your girl needs friends that live in like Massachusetts or like New Hampshire or something, because I'm from New Hampshire, if you didn't remember from my last video. I keep hitting Jerome, I'm sorry. Yeah, so how about I just give you like a list. I'll actually put a little list right here of all my bias groups in K-pop, I guess. So the first group I got into is BTS. Unfortunately, my love for BTS is really dropped, and on like a serious note, like the only reason my love for them has dropped is because the fandom is just too crazy now. Like, there's a lot of people, which is fine, it's okay to be like a big fandom, and like I support it because I was like a One Direction fan for a while, and honestly, like, it's okay for that, but like some of them are just like really rude and toxic. I guess that's the best way to say it. They're really toxic. I'm not as into BTS as much as I used to be. My bias group is 17, so BTS and 17. I also really love Monsta X. My bias in Monsta X is Chankhyun, or I am my little baby boy. Oh, I love him. My bias wreckers are Kihyun, which that's another one where it's like we don't really confirm that because he's also very illegal and I'm suing him as well. You can actually get a list of who I'm suing on my Twitter bio. My bias record is Kihyun and Minhyuk. They are both precious. I love both of them, but also Kihyun is illegal. And then who else do I like? I really like NCT now. All the groups too. Like, I don't know what took me so long, but I finally just like listened to Dreamy's album, their little album, and it's so cute, and they actually have really bomb music, and I feel so bad that it took me so long to like actually listen to their stuff. But I think it's just because I was so nervous to like get into them because they're little babies. But like honestly, they're so talented. Like they have really great voices. Yeah, my bias in NCT, and we're going for like OT 18. Like my bias is 10, which I don't know if you can tell on this necklace, but on the back of it, it has 10 signature, which you can't really see. I'll explain that in a little bit too, like where I got this. Yeah, it's a necklace that says I'm the boss to the world, and then on the back you could put your bias's signature, and I put 10s, and so I have, my bias is 10, but I'm like a triple bias in NCT, okay? So get this straight. So we have 10, we have Yuta, and I love Yuta because obviously you just heard me talk about like, oh, I took Japanese, and like, I think that's one of the reasons why I love him so much is because he's Japanese. But like, honestly, he's so beautiful, and his smile literally just like melts my heart. Like, I don't know what it is, but his smile literally just like melts me, and it makes me feel like calm and like happy and like content and safe. It's so crazy. And then my other bias is Lucas. Lucas is adorable and also disgusting. That's so rude, but we all know it's true. He's like low-key disgusting sometimes, but it's okay because he's a kid and I get it, and like he's not even really a kid. Isn't he like 19 or something? I don't even know. Oh my god, boy. Yeah, Lucas is just like really cute. I don't know, he's adorable, and like he's so charming, if you know what I mean. Like, he's really charming. And then my bias wrecker in that group, I actually have a couple now, and one of them was just determined like today. No, two of them were today. So my bias wreckers, I would say my number one bias wrecker is Taeyong. He looks so rude, but he's the cutest little baby. Like, he's so precious, and I literally love that about him. He's so innocent and cute, and God bless. And then Jungwoo, because Jungwoo is so precious, and literally, like, oh my god, like, my heart sings for him. He is so adorable. I just want to like cuddle and protect him all the time. Jaehyun, because let's be honest, he's gorgeous. He's so pretty, and he's such a kind person. And I also kind of freaked out when I learned that he lived in Connecticut for a while. By the way, that's also why that Chaehyun from Monsta X is like my bias. Like, the main reason I like fell in love with Chaehyun was because he like lived in Boston for what, like 3 years or something, and no joke, I literally freaked out. Like, I was like, oh my god, like, what if I had ever walked past him? Or like, I went to Boston like so much when I was younger because I would go on deliveries with my dad there. So I just thought to myself, I'm like, what if we like low-key knew each other, like passed by each other, like that? I'm a mess. Okay, anyway, but yeah, Jaehyun, Connecticut, I thought that was awesome. Taeil, oh my god, his birthday just passed by, like, God bless him. He's so pretty though, oh my god. But that's NCT, and like, honestly, all the members are like really gorgeous. Like, it's kind of unfair. Pentagon, I said, I really like Pentagon. My bias has gone back and forth for a little while. So, at first it was Hongsuk, right? And now I think it's back to Hongsuk, but in between that time, it's been Yuto. And once again, I think I liked him because he was Japanese, and that sounds so, like, weird and horrible of me, like, you know what I mean? But, like, also, Yuto is very illegal too now because he literally, I don't know if you guys saw, but it's on my Twitter. He was on stage recently at one of their concerts, and he... his shirt was off, and I don't even know why. Like, it came from nowhere. And like, oh god, gosh darn it, like, dude, please. Yeah, I'm fanning myself for a reason now. I also really like SF9. Like I said, I saw them in Boston. I literally went to the show because it was K-pop in Boston, and then I ended up really falling in love with them. I had the meet and greet, or no, the high touch. So you like walk by and like high five all the members, and like if you want to say like hello or whatever, you can really quickly. Fun little story. I went to that show, and my bias was Huyoung at first, and I was like, oh my god, I'm like, Huyoung, I'm like, I love you, you precious little baby. And then, oh no, okay, I have a whole like Snapchat story time thing. This is gonna be the longest video. I apologize as heck. Oh my god, this is one reason why I don't talk because I just talk forever. I'm really sorry. Anyway, back to the subject. Hui Young was my bias. Then I went to the show, and Rowoon kept looking up at the balcony, like, where I was, and I kept sending him, like, little hearts. I was like, heart, like, you know, like, hearts and everything, right? And he would do it back to me, and I was like, excuse you! And then there was this one time, oh yeah, and Insong did it to me too, and I was like, oh, I love you guys, like, God bless. And then I remember him, like, me doing, like, the heart thing to Rowoon, like, Rowoon sent me hearts, and there's one time I was doing it, and he was sending it back, and I was like, oh, because there was other girls that started doing it now, like, once they picked up that, like, I did it the first time, they're like, let's do it too, and I was like, oh, bitch, no, like, I don't even think so, so I was like, oh, I see you, and he was like, oh, I see you too, and this one girl near me started doing it too, and I was like, no, I see you, and he was like, I see you. I literally, he's precious, okay? I love him. He became my bias just for that reason. Like, no joke. I was like, listen, if you're gonna send me love, I will send you love right back. So, it was really great. And then I went up to go and do the high touch, right? And I was there with, like, 2 friends from college. And I was the one that was freaking out the most. And I was like, guys, like, oh my god, like, I don't know what to do. Do I say, like, because here's the thing. We have a friend who is actually from Korea. So we were all, like, learning Korean, like, in college a little bit. Like, I only learned it for 1 semester, but they were able to learn it for 2, and they knew a little more Korean than me, but, like, this friend came with us. Like, I had, like, 4 friends come back with me to, like, stay at my house for a weekend. 3 of us went to the show, the other 2 met up with a friend in Boston. So the Korean friend actually taught us, like, a couple things to say to the members in Korean so we could, like, impress them or something, right? Like, ooh, like, how cool. So I was gonna learn, like, I learned how to say, like, oh, like, you're handsome. And she was like, Liz, just say oppa. Like, it doesn't matter if they're older or younger than you, just say oppa to them, like, they'll like it. And I was like, trust you, whatever. And so, but they're both younger than me, right? So I was like, oh no. I was waiting in line and I was like, oh my god, like, who do I say it to? Do I say it to Hui Young now or do I say it to Rowoon? Like, I don't even know. And so I was having a whole, like, crisis about that in the waiting line. Finally get on stage. I'm the first one to go, too, out of, like, me and my friends. So I walk up and I see Youngbin and I was like, hi, thank you, and, like, did that to, like, all the other ones. I get to Hui Young and I was like, oh god, like, literally, like, panicking, and I was like, under my breath, like, I could barely even hear myself. I was like, Oppa, just 생겼어요. But, of course, I was panicking, right? So, as I'm, like, high-fiving him and trying to say it and, like, already losing my shit, I'm getting over to Rowoon, who's standing right next to him! And I'm in the middle of my sentence, like, kyotsoyo, like, high-fiving him, and we just make this eye contact, and it was, like, really... I felt so bad because I was in the middle of a sentence no one could hear, and I didn't even get to say, like, hi, I love you or anything to him. And then I just had to move on and say, like, thank you, blah, 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 to the rest. And I was like, what is my life? Also, I'm sorry, that was real ugly of me. I really like Stray Kids now. I wanted to save them until the end, and, like, I can't think of the other groups right now, but I'm... Oh! I forgot! Oh my god! Okay, literally I'm the worst. Okay, JBJ, because I forgot that's literally the first half of my username is Kenta. Oh my god, Kenta's last name, and I'm the worst. Kenta, I love you! I'm so sorry! Oh my god, my angel, I'm so sorry. My baby. I love Takada Kenta more than anything on this planet. Okay? Get that straight. I love Takada Kenta more than anything on this planet. He is the most precious little angel I have ever seen in my entire life. Honestly, I would do anything for him. Like, literally, if he told me to, like, cut off, like, half of my arm, I would probably do it. Okay, that's a little far. But, like, I don't know. I love that precious little bean. And, like, honestly, I would do anything just to see his cute little smile. Like, anything. I would literally do anything to see his cute little smile. Oh, my God. I'm so soft right now. I really, really love JBJ. I'm really sad that they disbanded. But go and look at, like, my About page on YouTube. And it's literally, like, conspiracy theory time. Okay? Like, their disbandment is a hoax. Like, there's no way that they're actually, like, disbanded. Like, all the members still meet up with each other and, like, all hang out, and although they all are having solo careers right now, I have a really good feeling that they're gonna get back together in the future. And if you're a JBJ fan, I hope you think the same thing, because there's no way that those little beans are gonna be apart from each other for forever. Like, there's no way at all. So yeah, I love Kenta. I think I've said that enough now. Let's actually get into Stray Kids now, because I've said it. So I recently, and when I say recently, I mean like maybe it's been a week. Maybe it's been a week of me being like hardcore into Stray Kids, but listen to me now, okay? This is the most important thing I am going to say this entire video. Han Ji-sung is the reason I no longer have depression. Oh my god. Okay, I swear to God, that's the truest thing I've ever said. He is so precious and so adorable, and I am really having a whole internal crisis with myself because he was born in 2000. Rewind back to me saying I was born September 1996. He's a precious little bean. I just want to protect him, and he has the cutest little smile, and he's so like kind and adorable, and I love him so much. I love him so much. Oh my god, Ji-sung. I almost made a video of me like just screaming over him for 10 minutes because I was like, listen, like, he's precious and everything he does is precious and I love him, and literally like I scream over him like all the time. My bias was almost Minho, or Lino with his stage name, but he's gorgeous. He's literally gorgeous. Like, I don't know who let him like live, like his parents obviously, who like allowed him to like debut like this and like come after me like this. Like, he's literally coming after me. Like, I might have to add him. Oh my god, I think I have to add him to my lawsuit. He's really pretty, okay? Like, he's gorgeous, and he's also like really kind and like adorable and a great dancer and a really cute voice and everything, and I'm like, yes, boy. And then Changbin, baby Changbin, he's so precious. Like, okay, Changbin is literally the emo, edgy, like hardcore boyfriend who's actually soft that I deserve, okay? Like, I always say that I want an edgy boyfriend, but I actually want him to be like secretly like a really soft little like precious little bean or something, right? Changbin. Okay? No, he's literally like the soft, edgy boyfriend we all deserve, okay? He's really precious, but he's also like so intimidating. Like, honestly, so intimidating. Like, I remember when I first saw him and I was like, ooh, like, we got an edgy boy over here, hello! And then literally he was soft and I was like, I almost started like cringing, but like in a good way, if that makes sense. Like, does that make sense? Like, he's so precious, and like, how does someone like this exist? How does Stray Kids exist? They're all precious. Oh my god, who am I kidding? They're all precious as heck. And then you have Aussie Line, which are the first members that I even learned in Stray Kids. And I remember just being like, oh my god, their Australian accents are to die for. Like, they're literally incredible. Everyone in Stray Kids is precious. And oh my god, their baby, their Magnate, their little IM, their Jongin, he's so cute. And I just want to like squish him. I want to squish him so badly. He's so cute. One of the reasons I got into Stray Kids was because I actually just recently went to Korea. I went to Seoul, South Korea, and also Japan, but that's another thing. So I went to Seoul, South Korea, and was visiting my Korean friend that I was talking about earlier with the SF9 concert and everything. She had to like go do stuff a couple days, so we couldn't hang out like every single day. So I went looking for entertainment companies. So I went to JYP. Near JYP is FMC, which is SF9. There's, oh my god, I left out another group. Oh my god. Okay, there's A-Team, which is right across from FNC, and that's for VAV. And I also really love VAV, and I really love Yoonho, or Aino. He is really adorable. He was almost going to be in Monsta X. You should go watch the Monsta X, like, I forget what they're called right now. But yeah, you should go watch that, because honestly, so emo-inducing. And you can see Yoonho, and I love him. And he's really, really precious. But anyway, so I saw that entertainment company, and the actual SM like recording studio is also like right around the corner from all those. So after I looked at those, I sat down like at that Dunkin' Donuts across from JYP. If you know what I'm talking about, there's like a Dunkin' Donuts that's literally across from JYP, and you can go in, and as long as you order like a drink or something to eat, you're allowed to sit there for like a couple hours, I think, and like see if any artists come out. So I got a drink that I didn't even like, and I sat down. Yeah, it was kind of uneventful at first. I was just sitting and waiting. There was no Wi-Fi, so I struggled to contact anybody or like anything that entire time. So I was sitting there with like nothing to do but just watch. And so I was like, oh god, no, wait, okay. As I was coming back from like SM or something and like walking down, I think I was like walking around a corner or something just to like keep myself busy. And I start like walking towards the Dunkin' Donuts, and I just see this person like getting out of this car and like walking into the building, and they had like super blonde hair, and I like literally my first thought was just like, oh my god, is that Felix from Stray Kids? Because he was one of the only members I knew at the time, and I was like, I think that's Felix from Stray Kids, oh my god. And so I went and sat down, and I just couldn't even believe it, because I was like, was that him? I don't know, but I was probably one of the only people that saw him, because I was like walking towards it, and we were standing really close, like actually really close, and it like made me like nervous. He went inside, I sat down. I ended up seeing a girl from one of the JYP girl groups, I think, so it was probably twice. It was probably a member of twice. I saw someone get out of a really nice Porsche, which I just now found out it was a Porsche because I don't know cars at all. And I think it was someone from an older group, because first off, they could drive. Second off, they weren't from a group that I knew. So I think it might have been someone from like 2 p.m. or something. I don't know. But a little later on, I was like, I don't know if I should get going or not. And then someone walked out. Oh yeah, it was pouring that day too. It was pouring. So I was like struggling with my umbrella and everything. And like, oh, it was insane. But someone came outside and had a little umbrella, and it was really cute. And I realized that it was someone from Stray Kids. And I found out that it was, oh my god, maybe it was Woojin? Oh my god, maybe it was, I think so. I might have to ask my friends again or look at the picture I took. I only took one picture of someone like walking outside of the building because I didn't want to be super creepy, but it was of that member. And then a little later on, another member came running out, and I took a little video. If I remember, I'll insert the clip of the video here. They came walking out, and I found out later that it was Hyunjin. I ended up buying their albums, and I pulled a couple of his photo cards, so I was like, wow, like this is fate. Anyway, he looked really good too. And then I went back to JYP another day, and I sat down at first and there was no one there, and then I ended up like going somewhere else and then going back to JYP, and that's when I actually saw people. I saw 3 members and then 3 members of Stray Kids. So one set of like members, it was like 2 or 3 of them I think, and I couldn't tell who they were. The second time when another 3 members started walking towards the building, I knew one of them was Felix, and I was like, oh my god, like I saw Felix again. They all actually looked like a lot taller than I expected. And then, but they all looked like really good and like healthy too, so I was like, that's good. But they were like covering up their faces a lot with like hats and like the masks and everything, so I was like, it's fine, I get it. So I couldn't really tell who anyone else was, and I also did not know names. So the only thing that I was hoping was that one of them was Jisung. Now I hope that one of them was Jisung. Back then I wanted one of them to be Minho, and I think that probably like worked both times. Like that second time I saw people, I'm pretty sure Jisung was there. Like I'm pretty sure. So like your girl got to see your boy in person, and I'm really emo about it. And then the other thing, I wanted to explain this necklace a little more. It was the last day that I was staying in Myeongdong. That's like a really busy shopping area. My little like Airbnb hostel thing was there. I went over to this mall area, and I had passed by this before, and I was like, you know what, I actually really want to get one. So I got a pendant from this, it was like a jewelry like partnering up with SM Town and like putting different little quotes and stuff like of their artists on jewelry. So I bought the pendant that was I'm the boss to the world, and then you could put your favorite member's signature on the back. I put 10s, even though 10 is not from the boss song and music video and everything. Like, he wasn't in that. I couldn't help it, and I could have put Lucas, I'm sure, but I was like, you know what? I just really want to put 10's signature on it. Otherwise, it would have been Yuta, too. So I'm like, honestly, it just wouldn't have matched up. But then I ended up buying the chain, and there was a little star that came on this chain, so I just left it on there. So I don't know if you can see it that well, but that's the little pendant, and it's really cute. I went to a few cafes. I went to the SM Town Coex Artium, and that was incredible. I almost cried when I was there because I was like so excited to be there, and it really inspired me because I really want to work in the K-pop industry as a manager, like I said earlier, and I actually found that out after getting into K-pop and then realizing how much I loved it and then wanting to like do stuff with it. And I ended up like doing a lot of assignments in school about it. And I was a student teacher for one of my music industry classes, and that professor literally hyped up like every K-pop thing that I ever talked about. And I had to do an assignment like where I gave like a lecture to the class about a part of the music industry I was really interested in. So I talked about K-pop and J-pop just to like talk about like marketing and what you could learn from it, and everyone was like saying like, hey, like that's like really cool that you're into that and like you really know a lot about it. And I was like, thank you, like I appreciate it. I'm literally just fanning myself this entire video. Like that's all it's gonna be, is like I should just make the title of this video Liz sweating over K-pop. I hope that you actually are enjoying my videos right now. I'm gonna try and keep them short. This is gonna be an exception. K-pop is great. I hope that we can all share this love together. Y'all are a part of this channel just as much as I am making it, like, so please literally like tweet me suggestions, comment suggestions. If you ever want to do like something where I can like integrate you guys into the video, where it's like, whether it's like Q&A stuff, like you send me questions, which by the way I know that's not going to happen for a long time. Yeah, if you guys ever want to like send in little clips that I could somehow put into the videos, like I could probably do something like that. What if we do cute little like fan-made videos? Like if it's ever for someone's birthday, we can all just put little messages and be like, hi, I love you. Just little fan projects too. Like that could be really cute. Yeah, hopefully we can get something like that sorted out. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate the support right now. It's kind of crazy because I've always wanted to do like YouTube stuff. I've just always been really lazy for it. So if I can try and do it for K-pop and like not only prove to like other people but prove to myself that this is something that I really want to do, like work in K-pop, and if I can talk about it and like show how interested I am and how much I know about it and everything, then like I think that could kind of help me out and keep me motivated, because obviously I can't like just jump into it right now. I don't know enough Korean to jump into K-pop stuff right now. I'm gonna try and study Korean a little more too, so if you ever want to keep updated with that, we can keep updated with that too. Yeah, just tell me what you want to see and I'll do my best, and I hope you guys will support me and we'll go on a journey together. It'll be really fun. So that's all from your uneven Liz, your sweaty dying of heat Liz, your K-pop trash Liz. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Leave me comments of any suggestions, or if there are any other questions you want me to answer. I will do my best. And yeah, you know, fuck Kim Mingyu.